Good morning, everyone. Well, today I'm having one of those days, one of those shitty days, one of those crappy days, one of those stinky days. Why I say that is because I'm going to be working on my septic system today. Uh, for the city slickers who do not know what a septic system is, basically out in the boonies, most houses are not connected to the city sewage system. Hence, you are required by law to have a septic system, so all the crap that comes out of your house's toilets get accumulated into these tanks underground in your yard, hence called the septic system. In most houses, we have 3 to 4 tanks. Some houses have 2, which is okay. In my case, I have 4 tanks. Uh, Tank number 1 for the solids from the house, and then after that, tank number 2, the semi-solids, and then tank number 3 right there, which I dug out. I'll explain why that happened. And then tank number 4 is somewhere up the hill where those leaves are. That's usually where the water get pumped in, and from there it's fed way below underground via the means of gravity. So like I said, every 3 to 4 years, to adhere to city health requirements and also maintenance purposes, you are required to pump your system. Our time was last week. We called in Evergreen Sanitation to come pump the septic. In the past few years, we were lucky enough that we had only one tech who would come and do that job. He was very familiar with our tanks, including the underground one. He would get to it with relative ease, open up the ground, remove the concrete cover, and pump the water out as well, maintain the pump if required. Unfortunately, this last time around, we had a new person who was not familiar with our system. Even after I told him where the underground concrete cover is, he still took his probe and jam it so hard into the ground to find where the cover is. To say the least, he jammed it so hard that he broke the cover. Unfortunately, they didn't want to own up to that. Instead, they are selling us their services to come over here, dig it up, and get us a new cover and all of that stuff. When we asked them how much it was going to cost, they basically quoted hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and to me that was very ridiculous. And I basically told them to take that and shove it where the sun don't shine, and I took it upon myself to get the job done. So basic, dug it up a foot down, removed the broken cover, and I went and did research on how best to do this. I decided to upgrade this tank covers to bring it in par with the ground level, similar to my tank number 1 and tank number 2 cover. So that green rim you see there is the adapter. Basically all that is, after you clear all of that up, you put a seal around the concrete base and then put the cover on top of it and basically screw it in with some concrete balls to hold it straight, to hold it basically permanently on the concrete stage right there. On top of that, we will have this 1 foot extender. This is gonna go under on top of the base. Basically, this is what is gonna bring it on the same level as the ground, since it's 1 foot deep. And then right after that is done, we have this cover right here. This cover is gonna go on top like that, and have screws in those 4 areas that you see. Will hold it shut, so no kids mess with it or anything. Bottom line, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be an upgrade to the system. and it's pretty much easy to do, other than the fact that you have to dig all that stuff out. With all the parts that I bought, I will probably estimate, I'll say, about an hour to 2 hours of, uh, of work to get this all done. There's obviously some minor electrical work that needs to be done. Since you have your pump, your floater, going back to the electrical box right there, needs to be rerouted. That is relatively easy if you know what you're doing. And for the non-electrical guys out there, if you're electrical challenged, please take pictures, take videos of all the wires you're going to be touching. Make sure that you remember the spot where you remove the wire from, so when you put it back, you put it exactly to where it is. Safety is paramount. You don't want to mess up your equipment to a point where it won't work, or worst case scenario, start a fire somewhere due to bad electrical wiring. So please put that in mind. Safety is paramount. So basically, there's three parts that are about the base that you see right there, the extender, and then the cap. They costed me probably, I'll say, 15 to 20% less than what the plumbing store or what Home Depot would have charged me. So I would say do your homework like I did. Look for online type deals that you can get out there if you ever encounter a situation like this, or any situation for that matter. For those of you out there who are parents with kids and try to save some money here and there, this is it. You just got to get it done. It's not very hard. It's doable. You just got to man up. You got to man up. And if you're one of those guys living in the middle of the city, you don't have to worry about that. Good for you. But for us who are out here in the boonies, you definitely got to get your shit together, no pun intended, and save some of that change. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll get it going, and I should be done here in about another 30 to 45 minutes. All right, cheers.